Hi guys, it's Wade here with your Thursday Spot with Pagan Perspective, and this week I am recording in the cellar again, but with a different camera, and I'm really excited actually to be back this time. Obviously it's only been 2 weeks, and the 2 week break I didn't even realise was happening until I went to record my video early for once, and then someone else was there, and I was like, so maybe I'm not recording a video this week. So I'm back, yay! I'm going to keep it short and sweet because I don't want this camera to die on me, because cameras hate me, and I tend to talk, say, I feel like I'm going to talk for 3 minutes, I end up talking for like 20 minutes, so I don't want to bore you all. So, straight to the questions. First question, I don't know how to pronounce your username. It's ANETMLOV. First off, thank you for the question. Fantastic question. The question is witchcraft, Wicca, paganism a religion or a lifestyle, and why? What our views on that are basically. Now, these questions this week, I'm just going to hit off the bat what I feel in my head, my first opinion. I don't want to. I didn't want them to be something that I researched, because they're obviously very personal questions as to how I feel, and I don't want to change that on a Google search. You know what I mean? Lifestyle or a religion? Obviously, Wicca is a religion. To me, it feels like a religion. But because of my strange view on religion and my dislike for organised religion, which is really hypocritical, I'd go with lifestyle. Which is also very hypocritical of me, because a lot of the time I tend to leave things out. I don't manage to celebrate every Sabbath at the moment. And that's not how I'd want to anyway. And there's a lot of things within the religion that I don't do on a regular basis. For example, I don't do witchcraft hardly ever anymore. It's very rare, and it's because I see it kind of as a last option. And I just don't do that much with Wicca. Practitioner wise, obviously I pray, obviously I have my altar, etc. I just don't do everything every day. So when I say it's a lifestyle, my beliefs are in karma. Everything I do, I suppose, revolves around the karmatic effect. I think about everything before I even do anything based on that. Karma is a major player in basically my whole of my lifestyle. The majority of things I like and do revolve around witchcraft, really. So I suppose, yes, in that aspect, it is a lifestyle, and religion should be a lifestyle. At the end of the day, I think religion is describing your lifestyle and why you believe you should live that way, if you get that. So why you should believe you should live that lifestyle. So at the end of the day, I suppose it is both. In my opinion, it is both. When I say, like I said earlier, I just want to clear up the fact, when I said that I don't practice Wicca, I mean like on an everyday basis. I don't wake up every morning and do a spell. I don't wake up every morning and meditate every single morning. Just for certain reasons. I share a room with my brother, etc. It just doesn't work out all the time. So at the moment, I could be doing a bit more, but I'm only not because I can't. You know what I mean? So basically, yeah. So I genuinely think if it is pardon me. Oh god, I've got all hiccups and everything today again. I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, it's a lifestyle and it's a religion at the same time, because your religion is a reasoning to why you believe you should live a lifestyle. So you can't really tear the two apart, in my opinion. Next question comes from WitchyBoy20, and he asks, I have a habit of falling in and out of my path. Not necessarily renouncing my Wiccan faith, but I will sometimes lose the love and excitement for the craft. Most times I am always thinking about the deity and how am I honouring patrons, but I don't always observe the Sabbats and Nesbats, not because I don't want to, but because I simply don't remember. I'm wondering if any of you have that issue, and if you so, how do I correct it? Okay, first of all, this is just what I've totally said to you all anyway, so it's probably a good way for me to come across this. A lot of people within the craft and within the community will tell you that you are wrong, doing something wrong, by not practicing every single day. Now, first of all, I agree with those to a certain degree. There is a certain amount of effort you need to put in, and a certain kind of punishment, but persistence, I suppose, that you need to do and push yourself within your religion to do those things. However, I personally understand that not only from just being a beginner in the craft, but also with the world and the environment we live in at the moment. It's such a busy, crazy, thing, you almost can't get through a week without having an organiser to jot down notes. You physically can't always do everything that you're asked to do, and sometimes we have to put our work and our what some people would call the real life. I know that's not the right way to put it, but the real life problems first, as opposed to things that aren't necessarily seen on the outside. So, as humans and in the society that we live in, things like hard graft and stuff are always put first. So if you're doing schoolwork, if you're, I mean, even a friendship it can be hard graft sometimes. And I understand kind of how you can forget, and I understand how you sometimes miss things, and it is hard to do that, and it's quite. I remember coming to work and thinking, oh, this is quite easy. You haven't got to read the Bible. You haven't got to go to church every Sunday, and in all fairness, it's not at all. I mean, when those big celebrations come around, it's almost like, oh, another one. I've just spent all my money celebrating the last one, you know what I mean? I've just spent all my energy spent organising something for the last one. So I think all I can say to you is, don't worry about it. At the end of the day, if you enjoy your craft at certain times, and you know it's your right path for you, well, there's no need to really ask that question. I understand where you're coming from totally, because I sometimes get that, oh, I'm not really feeling doing anything Wiccan today. But then you kind of have to remember, just because you don't practice something that is specifically aligned to that label of Wiccan doesn't make you any less Wiccan. It just means that you just don't choose to do any witchcraft for that day or for that month or for that year. If you believe something, the fact that you don't actually act upon it doesn't necessarily make you any less. It kind of sounds like a contradicting from my past videos when I've said, if you don't do witchcraft, you're not Wiccan. I think people confuse me when I say that. I mean, if you don't believe in witchcraft, then you don't, then in my opinion, you don't class as Wiccan. If you don't practice witchcraft because of choice, that's totally up to you. I mean, it's a big thing in the community right now. It's kind of the revolution where everybody's like, do what you want, label yourself what you want. At the end of the day, it comes down to you and how comfortable you feel with that. You've got the basis out there to tell you what you're doing right and what you're doing wrong. You also have to take that with a pinch of salt. If you feel like you're not always excited about the craft as much as you can be, then do something about it. If you're not really that bothered and you feel that that's other people's opinions, if you were talking to another Wiccan and you were like, oh, I didn't celebrate this Sabbath, I didn't celebrate this Sabbath, you don't have a problem with that personally, but you feel like they would, maybe it's just the fact that you kind of feel that other people's opinions on the way you practice your craft is overriding the reason why you're doing it. And there's nothing you can do about that. So you're obviously always going to be affected by other people's opinions. I think it's just understanding there is things to do, and you should be able to put a little bit aside to celebrate the Sabbaths, and maybe put it into your organiser, etc. But I can't say do something, because I know for a fact that we all don't, and I'm just going to be honest with you now. I'm not going to sit here and say I celebrate every Sabbath, I celebrate every Sabbath, I get everything sorted, all incenses, blah blah blah. I'm a perfect pagan. I'm not at all, and I'm very much far from what you would class as a perfect pagan, if there is ever such a dynamic that you can create. So yeah, just relax. Don't worry yourself too much about missing things, etc. At the end of the day, if the passion's there for you to go for it, you're going to do it. But just because you forget something, and just because you can't fit something into your timetable, doesn't mean that you're any less passionate. Sometimes life gets in the way, and people are going to disagree with me and say you should put your belief system first, etc. But within the society we are born into, and the society we grow up in, and the backgrounds all of us come from being so different, I don't think necessarily you can use that against people, because people, I don't know, you just gotta understand basically everyone's different, and if that's the way you feel you are, you can't expect people to accept it, but you can't expect people to tell you what to do. And that's not a rebellious statement from me. It's just, I'm going to rein this off because I'm going to end up going on a whole spree. I need to write some kind of book, self-help book or something, so I can cut out the rambling. Now, I just think, if you feel that you are not being excited in the craft as much as you used to, or at times, don't worry, honest to God, it will come back to you. Honestly, it will come back to you. Certain times a year, certain things will trigger you, and you'll be like, I missed that. I need to do a bit of this. I could do with a bit of this. hold on, I've lost my keys, why don't I use my pendant? I haven't used it in a while. Hold on, my exam's coming up. Would be nice to see how my mood's going to be around that time, how busy other things are going to be around that time, so I can see how I should take my planning to revision, etc. Use your tarot cards. It's just, you don't have to do everything to do with Wicca that's specifically assigned to witchcraft, etc. To make sure that you can still clarify as a witch. You do what you want, and you do it in whatever doses you want to. Live your life the way you want, and witchcraft and Wicca will find its way back to you, and the goddess and the god will understand. I mean, it's not school. It's not something you have to attend every day. As long as you believe in it, and as long as it's something you're passionate about, then do what you want. It's totally up to you. And I don't criticise anybody for that, for living the way they want. Some things I may disagree with, but I'm not going to make a big have a hissy fit about it and say that's not the pagan way, blah, blah, blah. So I'm going to cut this off now, because I'm going to end up talking for England and probably the rest of the world because this is YouTube. Yeah, that was a terrible joke. I should just stop. So yes, I'll be here next week with your Thursday Smart Pagan Perspective. Well, hopefully I will be. Just a heads up, everything is going fantastic for me now. I will be hopefully doing videos on my personal channel very soon. It's just been a hectic year. There's just been a lot of things going on, a lot of different things. It's like one thing after another, extreme highs, extreme lows, extreme confusion going on. Starting uni next week, or the week after. Start a new job tomorrow, which is fantastic. Had 2 jobs call in the space of a week after 8 months, 9 months of not having a job. So yeah, that's really good, and it's a really good job as well, so fingers crossed about that. I've got my uni coming up, got already started my uni work before I've even started. How good am I? So yeah, I hope you're all having a fantastic week. Obviously it's the end of the summer holidays for you at school, and those going to university this year, good luck with that. I hope you have a fantastic time. Anybody in the Birmingham area, hit me up, message me. Hopefully I'm going to get something together this year, pagan wise, so please let me know as well if you're any part of any pagan groups. I actually met a pagan in the bank today. I don't know if you knew I was pagan, because I haven't got any pagan regalia on. Had to order a new card. You do not want to know that story, but he was a really nice man, so if he's watching, you are a really nice man, and me and my sister did have a right little chuckle. Yeah, so I'm going to go now. I hope you'll have a fantastic weekend, and I'll see you next week. Bless me. Bye.